So Coca-Cola is one of Warren Buffett's favorite stocks of all time, and there's really no secret to it. Quite simply, they're dividend. They're one of the best dividend-paying stocks of all time. So you don't need to watch the rest of the video, buy Coca-Cola at any price and live on their dividend. But if you want to earn some extra cash by buying Coca-Cola at value, then I strongly suggest you stick around for the rest of the video because we are about to open a Coca-Cola and look inside and see if it's got an STI. So before we open a bottle of Coca-Cola and see if there is any STIs in there, please do help me out with the YouTube algorithm by hitting that like button until it turns blue, subscribing, turning on the bell, and if you want to join the chat room or help me out, check out the Patreon link in the description and you can join our exclusive WhatsApp group, only a few members available, and you can see what I am buying and selling as it happens. And if you're feeling extra kinky, drop a comment below with what your favorite brand that Coca-Cola owns is to drink. That was a mouthful. Pardon the pun. So Warren Buffett famously said that he would never sell a single share of Coca-Cola. In fact, Berkshire Hathaway owns a hell of a lot of Coca-Cola and they get a hell of a lot in dividends as well. And it's no secret to why. Coca-Cola is a steady company. They have arguably the best branding on planet Earth. Red Bull sort of took a leaf out of Coca-Cola's branding by sponsoring sporting events. Coca-Cola was first to do that. Coca-Cola, you know, even here is a fact. Right for you. I hope it's a fact because I'm sure I'm going to be fact checked, but I'm putting it in the video anyway. Father Christmas traditionally, or Santa Claus, or Saint Nick, or whatever else you want to call him, traditionally used to wear green until Coca-Cola pretty much colorized in red. And you can see that in the Santa Claus movie from, I think it was called Santa Claus when I was a kid back in the 80s, maybe even the 70s. Who knows when I was born. But Coca-Cola turned Father Christmas red in a crazy promotion stunt. And you can even see, you know, the holidays are coming, holidays are coming. I need to stop singing on YouTube. But you know the trucks on the adverts, you know it's Christmas when them adverts come on. And in the UK, when them adverts come on, that's the time to start buying Christmas presents. It really is. Unless you're like me and have massive OCD. And yes, I have already finished my Christmas shopping. But Coca-Cola, again, have the best branding in the world and they have a market cap of $214 billion US. Mega cap. Absolute mega cap of a company. If we go on Simply Wall Street, they are 3.1% overvalued, which is literal peanuts, not even worth mentioning. They have a high PE of 23% and a PEG of 4.1%, which, yeah, is not too good either, to be honest. But the market is crazy. The market really is crazy. But Coca-Cola traditionally is not a value investment, so you can sort of disregard these to an extent, because you shouldn't be buying Coca-Cola to buy it tomorrow and sell the day after, because it's not that type of stock. If we look at assets, they have a 29 billion short-term in assets and a 26 billion in liabilities short-term. Going on to long-term, we have a 65 billion in assets and a 48 billion in the short-term. So very secure there. But their debt to equity ratio is 272%. Not that good. As mentioned, they are a dividend-paying stock and their current dividend is around 3.2%. And there has been some decent insider selling lately by one individual called David. David, what are you doing? Now, Coca-Cola's all-time highs was at $60 in February 2020, just before the COVID pandemic hit, which rocketed the company all the way down to around $36, and now it's bounced back up to around about $50. So yeah, decent bounce there, and I have mega FOMO. I don't know why. At the time, I wasn't looking at grabbing Coca-Cola, to be honest. Another train missed because of COVID, but surely at the time, I'm 99% sure, I was just thinking, we need to buy gold. We need to buy gold. Let's buy gold. And I bought gold. But now I'm in cash. I sold my gold. My gold is gone out my portfolio. Damn, I have FOMO on Coca-Cola. I am genuinely annoyed that I don't own Coca-Cola in my portfolio right now. But there is time. Where I would buy Coca-Cola would pretty much be below $50 if I get it. There is a sort of channel that it has between $40 and $45. I would strongly look at picking up shares around that level. That said, it depends on the situation. If we come to a big market crash, of course Coca-Cola can go lower, but that's why we scale into investments anyway in every big dip. Coca-Cola is a solid company. I don't think there's any issue of it going bankrupt anytime soon. In fact, they actually have a good philosophy going forward with their branding. Coca-Cola owns many brands, you know, Fanta, Sprite, the list is literally endless on what brands Coca-Cola owns, and their biggest excitement, that was last year, and I really, really wish I'd picked up shares then, to be honest, in 2019, was they bought Costa Coffee. If you don't know what Costa Coffee is, it is the European or the British equivalent of Starbucks. It's just much better than Starbucks. Sorry, but pumpkin spice is much better in Costa Coffee than it is in Starbucks. The reason I'm hesitant on saying that is millennials are going to be very upset with that. But Costa Coffee is just better coffee. I'm sorry. And it hasn't stopped there. Coca-Cola's sort of new philosophy is, and with any company really, what they do is when they've got a brand that is sort of struggling, that they own, they tend to throw money at that brand and then, you know, try and re-establish that brand so that it can return some investment income. Coca-Cola's changed strategy recently, and what they're actually doing is they're cutting ties with the brands. Apologies for swearing, but I think that's actually relevant. The brands are getting cut, and the good brands they're investing more into. So I think that that's probably a clever sort of strategy from Coca-Cola. You know, invest in stuff that people want to buy. I mean, if you see, for instance, this is an example, by the way, Sprite sales massively dropped to near zero because there's a better product out there. Invest in the better product and just cut Sprite unless, you know, you think that it's got a very solid chance of coming back. That was maybe a bad example, but I'm sure you get what I'm trying to say. They're cutting the bad brands and investing in the ones that are working already even more. Now, after their purchase of Costa Coffee, Coca-Cola probably got the idea and said, do you know what? Coffee is very profitable. In fact, I spoke to a friend of mine who, I can't tell you his actual position, but he works at Coca-Cola here in Hungary at a very, very high position. And he said the markup that you make on coffee is much more than any other drink in the world. And Costa Coffee is proof of that. And from there, Coca-Cola now have a branded coffee coming out in the can form. We've seen Starbucks do this. We've seen, I think Costa even did this at one point. Many companies selling, you know, these little iced coffee type things, and now Coca-Cola are joining the market. They're bringing out 3 different types of iced coffee. And they also moved into the energy drink sector, but I have to be honest, the energy drink sucks. It is horrible, personal opinion. But the coffees will sell, in my opinion, very, very fast. Because we know the Coca-Cola brand, everyone's gonna try it, but we just hope that it tastes better than the energy drink did, because that's what I did. I seen Coca-Cola Energy, had a Red Bull, Coca-Cola, and I went, do you know what, I'll try this. Instantly regretted it, went back to the garage, got a Red Bull, threw the Coca-Cola can out my window at Greta Thunderbird and said, pick that up now.
How dare you?
Jokes, I didn't throw anything out my window. I recycle all metal. Wow, I'm gonna get some hate on this one. So Coca-Cola, I think if you bought some even now and then you bought every single dip, long term, we're talking 5-10 years, solid part of your portfolio. You're gonna get your dividends, which is gonna pay back in any dips anyway. And like I said, if the master Warren is saying he's never gonna sell a share and he's taking a mega amount of income from dividends, who am I to argue? You've just also got to remember Warren is from a much better price than you and I will ever get it at. All in all, Coca-Cola is not really an exciting stock. It's not a Tesla, it's not an NIO, it's not even an Apple. You just buy as low as you can, as much as you can, and as often as you can. Take your dividends and go on holiday with it, or do whatever you're going to do. That is what Coca-Cola is. It is a solid company that pays you a solid dividend. And there's not much more to say in it. I don't know what more you want from me on Coca-Cola. So in my opinion, if I do get a retracement to 40, I probably will start looking at it. But other than that, I can't buy it here. As you know, I'm a value investor, and I know all my videos recently have been about not buying, but that's my thoughts with Coca-Cola. And if we get that dip, I may well start sizing in. In the next video, I'm going to be talking about Coca-Cola's competitor, Starbucks. It's not a good stock to buy. There's the sneak peek. Make sure you've hit that like button, subscribe, and turn the bell. And if you want to check out Patreon, links are in the description. Take care. See you soon. Peace.